Hello, everybody. I got a Hubsan 501S, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks ago, and I've been, flying around a little bit. But I never took it on and tested it to see what kind of distance I had. Now, I still don't know what the max distance of travel is. Right here, first I went to Google Maps and looked down in the town I live in, Crosby, Ironton, Minnesota. It's two little towns right next to each other. And I measured out the distance of the athletic field, the football field, the parking lot. You see it right here. I started off in a baseball field, and the distance, according to Google Maps, was about 1,600 feet, which is approximately 500 meters. And I thought, well, 500 meters, that's a good test. So I started off on the one baseball field, and I wanted to travel or have my drone travel over a nice safe spot to do this test. So I got like grass, football field, baseball field, just lawn, cut grass. And so if it did come down, I'd be able to find it, because when I first got my drone, it came down and I don't know what went wrong, but I couldn't find it for a week. Finally I found it. Some kid found it, and I tracked him down and got my drone back after about a week. And I've been really kind of hesitant about taking it too far. That's why I took it over the athletic fields and the lawn of the school, because it's all short grass, open area where I can, see kind of where it's going. I couldn't see the drone. Right here you can see it's all the way to the end of the football field. And if you look, you see those pine trees to the left there a little bit. There's some taller ones to the right in the middle. But I'm going to hit for the corner of the fence there, and that'll bring me to that approximately 1,600 feet or 500 meters. And my video image was strong. I mean, if I turn the remote away from, with the antenna, turn it away from the drone, the picture would go out. But if I put the antenna down toward it, it would had a great picture the whole way. Really, can't complain about the picture cutting out from distance. It didn't cut out from distance. The only time it cut out was when my antenna wasn't pointing right way. So here I am at the far end of the athletic field and the school property, and I'm going to bring it back. I didn't use return to home mode because that's no fun. I wanted to fly it manually back, watch the screen, and so as you see, it did travel the entire distance, no problem at all. In fact, I could have just kept going as far as distance, but I didn't want to be flying over houses and whatnot. 1,500 feet, or actually 1,600 feet, 500 meters is plenty far as I'm concerned. Now, the next test I did, that you're not going to see it here, you don't need to see it, was my height test. And even though I didn't max this thing out as far as distance, it went 500 meters, 510 meters. That's pretty good. I'm satisfied. And then after I did this test, I did a altitude test. And like a lot of other people with Hubsan 501Ss, my max height was around 250 meters. Actually, mine, I believe, was 253 meters. That was as high as I could get it. I'm sure it could go physically, but there's some governor inside the units to keep it from going too high. But 253 meters is approximately 800 feet. 800 feet up is pretty high. I wish I could get a little higher. I'm not going to kid you. But I did take it up, got it up to, like I say, about 800 feet, and I was able to see Mille Lacs Lake, which is quite impressive because it's not very close to my town. It's probably, gosh, I don't know if the crow flies. Whoops, I hit my mic. Sorry about that. But it's miles and miles away, and I was able to see it for the first time because I got it up high enough. Mille Lacs Lake is a lake that's like 15 miles across and 20 miles long. It's a really big lake. Well, I tell you what, maybe I'll put a little bit on here. Hang on. Okay, this is the height test. Took it up about 253 meters. What you're looking at now is Crosby Ironton. It's a little town I live in. The lakes you see right now are mine pit lakes. They used to be open mine pits for iron ore. They mined iron ore back around World War II, whatnot. And then when they abandoned them, water just seeped into the rocks in the ground, and they just filled up with water. So we got a lot of lakes in Minnesota. Now, if you look straight ahead at the horizon, you'll see Lake Mille Lacs, or at least a little piece of it. It's a lake about 50 miles wide and about 20 miles long, roughly that size. And you can see the lake from Crosby Ironton, which is pretty good because, gosh, we're probably at least 15 miles from Lake Mille Lacs. But that's Serpent Lake there, you see, and now we're back to the mine pit lakes right down in front of you. And in the distance there, you can see Pelican Lake and Lake Edward and North Long Lake. There's millions of lakes. Well, they say there's 10,000, but there's actually more than that. But the max height I was able to get was 253 meters. That's typical, I guess, from other videos I've seen on YouTube. About 800 feet, and I'm satisfied. Yeah, I wish I could get it up a little higher, but I'm not going to complain. 800 feet's pretty high. If I can see Lake Mille Lacs from Crosby Ironton, I can get up high enough to see Lake Mille Lacs. That's pretty high. So I'm satisfied with the distance. I probably can go further than what I did, but I'm not going to go today. So just want to thank you for watching my video. Until next time, bye-bye.